went down, there was a fight, rumble happened. Believe Big U knocked Nipsey out.
New footage just dropped showing Blacc Slam having a heated exchange with Big U and Snoop Dogg, and it's got everyone talking. People are stunned to see this moment, especially given all the history between these names. Big U's name has long been surrounded by serious street talk, but what's wild now is that fans are pulling Snoop into the mix too. New claims online are hinting that he might have been more involved in the drama than anyone realized. This situation cuts deep. The loss of Nipsey Hussle back in 2019 didn't just take away a West Coast icon, it exposed years of hidden tension, broken loyalty, and fake friendships that were bubbling beneath the surface. And right now, Nipsey's brother, Blacc Slam, is looking straight at one of the most surprising friendships in hip-hop history, Snoop Dogg's close bond with Big U. But before diving into today's drama, you gotta know who Blacc Slam really is. This man isn't just a mourning brother trying to find someone to blame, not at all. Samuel Oscar him.
Big U tells us, the police tell him, they let Blacc Slam go before he got a bail. Which is, gun, firing, fresh out, ain't supposed to happen like that. He tell him that's one of ours, leave him alone. There's nothing that I knew about anybody from his backyard that he didn't know about.
Better known as Blacc Slam, is Nipsey Hussle's older brother and the backbone of their empire. Since his brother's passing, he's been working non-stop to protect Nipsey's name and legacy, keeping everything that Marathon stood for alive. Blacc Slam has faced his share of public tension, especially when people show any kind of disrespect toward Nipsey's memory or the businesses they built together, like the Marathon Clothing and the Marathon Continues brand. Every time someone crosses that line, Sam steps up to defend what they built. No hesitation. Blacc Slam isn't your average dude. He's built different. He's been standing on business and checking disrespect long before his brother became a global name.
First time they first fall out, when they first got Nipsey signed, Nipsey come back, was a fallout. They went down, there was a fight, rumble happened. Believe Big U knocked Nipsey out.
Everyone in the city knows he doesn't play when it comes to family, and one recent moment proved that loud and clear. On March 1st, 2025, during the grand opening of Marathon Burger in Los Angeles, Blacc Slam found himself in a tense face-to-face exchange with rapper Rockstar 2800, who's connected to the West Coast scene. The clip spread fast online, showing the two locked in a heated argument, nose to nose, voices raised, with Sam saying, "Get it crackin', that ain't what you on. I've been watching, that ain't what you on. Get on that now." It was a moment that instantly lit up the internet. But this wasn't some random street drama or clout chase. According to reports, the disagreement had everything to do with loyalty and how certain people failed to defend Nipsey Hussle's name when disrespect popped up online.
I went to my homeboy's funeral yesterday, and I'm looking at his obituary, and I'm looking like, dang, I didn't know he did all that. And I'm just looking like, wow. What a loss, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I don't know, bro, and that's all they're gonna do, read your scroll then. But I mean, it's like, I gotta be the best. Even when I'm like with Maul, I used to be with Maul.
Fans on social media began connecting dots, suggesting that Sam's message to Rockstar 2800 might have been a challenge for him to step up and respond to certain public comments made about Nipsey's legacy by a well-known industry figure. And what really turned heads? The fact that Sam confronted someone right in the middle of his own family's grand opening event, with cameras flashing and people everywhere. That showed everyone just how serious he is about his principles. After the tense moment at Marathon Burger, Rockstar 2800 tried to brush things off on Instagram, posting, "Damn, all I wanted was a burger," as if nothing serious had happened. But that move backfired fast. The comments were filled with people calling him out, accusing him of standing too close to folks who had disrespected Nipsey's name in the past. The internet wasn't buying this calm act at all. But that's just one page in a long story.
No information, whether it was involving Nipsey, that goes both ways. Shit come to me, I'm gonna let him know what come to me. This what it is, come to me. Things he knew, he let me know what came to me from his side. Blacc Slam, Nipsey's brother, he told me he's a rat.
Because Blacc Sam's been standing up to anyone who plays with his brother's legacy for years. His issues with Wack 100 go way back, and it's been heating up over time. It really exploded in 2022 when Blacc Sam demanded the removal of an unreleased Nipsey Hussle verse from the Game's album, Dramatic, Heart vs. Mind. Wack 100, who manages the Game, went public criticizing Sam, calling him selfish with his anger, saying that the collab would have actually honored Nipsey and helped generate royalties for his family. But Sam wasn't having it. He's been crystal clear about protecting Nipsey's unreleased music, making sure nothing drops unless Nipsey himself approved it before his passing. To him, it's not about business, it's about respect, legacy, and keeping things exactly how Nipsey wanted them. And now, there's an even bigger storm brewing.
No matter what, when I walk through the door, I'm the bad guy. For sure.
But why they put that on you though?
Because it's black. I'm black. I'm big. And it's kind of racist when you look at it because the big black guys are the ones you gotta watch. I'm the only one that's gonna help you.
His latest tension with Big U and Snoop Dogg. And if you guessed it, it has everything to do with Nipsey Hussle. You'd be right. See, way back in 2011, there was a serious argument involving Blacc Sam and Eugene Big U, a former manager and longtime street figure. Reports say Nipsey and Big U got into a heated disagreement near a Shell gas station off of Crenshaw and Slauson in Los Angeles' Hyde Park neighborhood, the same area that raised Nipsey. The story about Big U allegedly putting his hands on Nipsey shocked everyone. It's wild when you really think about it. These were two men from the same neighborhood, supposedly on the same side, both trying to build something powerful together. But what went down showed that loyalty in the streets can flip real fast. At the time, Blacc Sam had just come home from doing time and was still under heavy watch, trying to move right while rebuilding his life. But when he saw his younger brother getting disrespected, he didn't stay silent. His protective instincts kicked in instantly. Reports say things got intense fast, and Sam reacted without thinking twice, even with law enforcement nearby.
Blacc Sam comes out, fires 3-4 shots in the air. He's fresh out the penitentiary. Police sitting right across the street, they see it. They come in, they arrest everybody. Blacc Sam's on parole. We bail Big U out.
That moment showed just how deep his loyalty runs. No second guessing, no hesitation, just pure family defense. People who know Sam, that kind of loyalty is in his blood. He's always been the type to stand firm for what's right, even when the odds are stacked against him. Some insiders claim the whole altercation might have been tied to a diss track Nipsey allegedly recorded about Big U, though that's never been fully confirmed. Still, one thing isn't up for debate. When his brother was facing a threat, Blacc Sam stepped up without caring about his own risk. That 2011 clash became the start of something much bigger. It set the stage for all the tension we're seeing today. It drew a clear line between Blacc Sam and Big U, a line that later pulled in one of hip-hop's biggest names, Snoop Dogg. Wait a second, things just got real intense. A new statement from Wack 100 just dropped, and it's got the entire hip-hop world buzzing. What he said could completely flip how people see these relationships.
He was just in every video. Like how we was beefing when all his songs, every album he put out, since we had the so-called altercation, he shouted me out. He got the goddamn keys to the city. Like what? Didn't he say, I want to be Big U? Oh no, what did he say? Big U, like J Prince and Big Draws?
In the streets, when you call someone a rat, that's not just a casual insult. It's one of the harshest things you can say. It questions a person's loyalty, their code, and everything they stand for. And now, the wild part? Wack is claiming that this rumor about Blacc Sam supposedly came straight from Big U. If that's true, it's the kind of revelation that can shift entire alliances and shake up long-standing power dynamics in Los Angeles. But here's where things get complicated.
So all these years, I've been looking at him like he's a rat anyway.
Wack 100 does raise a point that's got people thinking. He asked how someone who had just been involved in a heated situation with police nearby could walk away without even facing a judge. That kind of quick release doesn't usually happen by luck. Someone either pulled major strings or there was something going on behind the scenes that the public doesn't know about. In street culture, loyalty means everything, and any suggestion that someone might have cooperated with law enforcement creates permanent doubts that don't just disappear. It's the kind of rumor that can stick to a person's name forever, whether it's true or not.
And even the police too, is nowadays be listening to the social media and all, you know, because when Nip like passed away, automatically Big U did it or had something to do it or did this, and just be like social media, the investigator now come to your house like, hey, what's the deal, bro? You know what I'm saying? You did it.
And when you mix all of that with the politics of Los Angeles, it gets even messier. Because Snoop Dogg and Big U have a long history, and when you add their different affiliations into the picture, things get even harder to untangle. Especially considering that Snoop said the Rollin' 20s has long-standing tensions with the Rollin' 60s, the group Nipsey and Sam came from. Let's get one thing straight. Snoop Dogg isn't just some mainstream rapper who forgot his roots. He's always kept it real about where he came from. Even while sitting on late-night shows or promoting his businesses, that street authenticity has always been part of who he is, no matter how famous he's gotten. But here's where it gets heavy. Blacc Sam has been quietly watching the growing friendship between Snoop and Big U, and it's been eating at him. His suspicions about Big U's possible involvement in the events surrounding his brother's passing have only gotten stronger over time.
Because my cousin is Nipsey's baby mama. You get what I'm saying? So it was like I could have probably stopped it, or it had it.
Stop what? What you mean? That fuck are you talking about?
No, because listen. So after I talked to Nipsey and I was like, yeah, I love you, cuz, or whatever like that. I see you later or whatever. So I hung up the phone. I thought Big U gave wrong information. 30 minutes later, the homies blowing me up like they just killed Nipsey.
The tension between Sam and Big U has been there for years, and the rumors floating around online definitely aren't helping cool things down. Think about it. When you've lost your brother in a tragic way, and then you see people who once called him family still hanging out with someone you believe might have played a role in his downfall, that kind of feeling hits different. It's not just anger, it's deep emotional pain mixed with confusion and betrayal. The history between the Rollin' 60s and Rollin' 20s Crips has always been complicated, and that adds another layer to this already tense situation. Eric Holder, who was later convicted for Nipsey's passing in 2022, was part of the Rollin' 60s. But for someone like Blacc Sam, who knows how street power moves really work, that doesn't necessarily mean the full story ends there. In the streets, the one who carries out an act isn't always the one who planned it, and whispers have long suggested that someone higher up might have been pulling strings.
And I'm on a phone, he FaceTimed me. So he FaceTimed me and stuff like that. He was like, Nipsey just got killed. I'm like, sick, so I didn't hear that. So I hang up with him. I called Nipsey and I'm like, Nipsey, what's up? He was like, oh, what's up with it?
Nipsey answered.
Nipsey answered. He answered the phone.
Some even claim Big U had more influence in the background than most realize. That's not paranoia, that's pattern recognition, built from years of surviving in a world where trust can literally mean the difference between staying safe or getting caught up. For people like Blacc Sam, reading between the lines isn't optional, it's survival. The aftermath of Nipsey's passing has felt like watching a real-life chess match where every move looks confusing at first until you realize there's a hidden strategy behind it all. For Sam, this chapter hasn't just been about mourning his brother, it's been about digging deep, doing his own kind of investigation on the streets. He's been studying relationships, testing loyalties, and paying close attention to people who once called his brother family. What he's been finding has changed everything. It's opened his eyes to the idea that some of the folks closest to his family might have been playing their own secret game this whole time. And what makes it even more complicated? The public moves and statements from both Snoop and Big U since Nipsey's death don't always match what's being whispered behind closed doors.
Talk about the brother Nipsey. I never had the opportunity to meet him.
Man, Nipsey Hussle, man, that's my dear brother right there.
The energy people show on camera doesn't always line up with what's really going on off camera, and Sam sees that clearly. Still, Big U has been handling the rumors like someone who's been in the game a long time. His calm, strategic reactions show the kind of political awareness that comes from decades of navigating tough situations in Los Angeles. He's been moving like someone who believes time will prove him right, no matter what the streets are saying now. But for someone like Blacc Sam, who's still searching for real answers about his brother's death, Big U's calm and philosophical attitude doesn't sit right. When your heart is heavy and all you want is the truth, hearing someone talk about their legacy and how history will remember them can sound like they're dodging the real questions. It feels less like closure and more like deflection. Big U's presence alone carries serious weight, and that energy affects how people around him move. He's got a name that rings loud in Los Angeles, and not because of surface-level fame. It's because of his long, well-documented history in the streets. Some try to frame the situation as a race issue, but let's be real. This has nothing to do with skin color and everything to do with reputation, choices, and power. After getting released from a long prison stretch back in 2004, Big U became a major bridge between the streets and the music industry. He used his connections to link artists with big-time executives and figures like Suge Knight. He's not just some misunderstood man being unfairly judged. His past moves and business dealings have raised genuine questions about his motivations and who really benefits from his influence. For Blacc Slam, watching Snoop Dogg stay tight with someone like Big U, a person who's openly acknowledged that people often see him as the bad guy, is confusing to say the least. It makes him wonder what Snoop actually knows about Big U's activities and what he might be choosing to ignore. At this point, every single move, every handshake, every business deal gets dissected for hidden meanings and secret agendas. Nothing flies under the radar anymore, especially when the names involved carry this much history and power. Big U himself has publicly acknowledged that he was immediately suspected after Nipsey's passing, and he's voiced frustration over how social media blew those suspicions up even more. But let's be honest, just saying he was unfairly accused doesn't automatically erase that doubt. It simply proves those suspicions are real and that they've had lasting effects on his name, his image, and his relationships. The way Big U talks about his connection with Nipsey raises eyebrows too. He often paints a picture of brotherhood and mutual love, but for Blacc Slam, that doesn't quite match what he personally saw before his brother's death. From Sam's perspective, the energy between Nipsey and Big U had already shifted long before tragedy struck. When Big U points out how Nipsey mentioned him in songs and videos, some see that as an attempt to remind the public they were cool. But people from the neighborhood know the difference between public praise and private tension. There's love for the cameras, and then there's love that stands strong when no one's watching. And now things have taken a bigger turn, with federal investigators reportedly looking into some of Big U's business dealings and connections. These reports have sparked even more questions about who knew what and when. Some claims suggest Big U's old network, sometimes referred to as Big U Enterprises, was operating like a street-based business ring, one that allegedly involved heavy-handed tactics and check-ins for entertainers coming to Los Angeles. Now, here's where things take a serious turn. This ain't about some petty neighborhood tension or a business disagreement gone sideways. What's unfolding now involves federal-level investigations, and that's a whole different game. These kinds of cases don't move forward unless prosecutors believe they've got serious evidence. We're talking digital records, wiretaps, financial trails, and witnesses who can back up the story step by step. The main claims surrounding Big U's alleged check-in network have drawn major attention, especially when connected to the timeline of Nipsey Hussle's passing. Prosecutors reportedly suggested that this system acted like a powerful street-controlled business model, where artists and celebrities were expected to check in for protection when coming through Los Angeles. It's the kind of setup that, if true, blurs the line between influence, fear, and business. Now, when you put this next to Nipsey's approach, a man who was working to build legitimate businesses and empower his own community without relying on street politics, it paints a picture that makes people wonder if that independence might have made certain people uncomfortable. Some believe Nipsey's refusal to play by those old rules could have created serious tension behind the scenes. And the biggest shock? Reports claim that a man named Loose Cannon, said to be an associate of Big U, once alleged during a now-deleted No Jumper podcast episode that Big U had prior knowledge of what was about to happen to Nipsey, supposedly just 30 minutes before it went down. That claim shook the internet to its core, even though it's never been verified.
When news broke that Nipsey was gone, the entire world froze. That moment changed everything, and it still echoes through Los Angeles today. At this stage, it's impossible for Snoop Dogg to say he doesn't know about the serious allegations surrounding Big U. The reports and federal investigations have been all over the news, and they're directly tied to claims of organized street activity, the kind that some believe could connect to the tragedy involving Nipsey. What's raising eyebrows now is that instead of stepping back, Snoop has continued to show loyalty to Big U. And that choice has everyone wondering what he really knows and what he's choosing not to address. Sources say Blacc Slam has reached his breaking point. There are allegations that Snoop sided with Big U during the time Nipsey was facing growing tension, with some voices in the community accusing Snoop of quietly supporting Big U's controversial business practices. The very idea that Snoop, one of hip-hop's biggest icons, might have chosen to align with someone accused of exploiting artists over someone who was trying to build his community up feels like a deep betrayal of what the culture is supposed to represent. Big U hasn't exactly downplayed his connection with Snoop either. In an interview with Power 106, he openly praised Snoop, calling him the most important artist in Los Angeles. Coming from someone with Big U's reputation, that's a powerful endorsement, and it carries a lot of weight in the city. But for Blacc Slam, that moment hits differently. To him, it looks like Snoop accepting recognition and respect from a man who might have had a hand in his brother's downfall. And that's a wound that doesn't heal easily. Snoop's public words about Nipsey, calling him his dear brother, hit differently when you realize he's still closely connected to someone accused of having ties to the tragedy. By August 2025, things reached a whole new level when a video surfaced online showing a tense back and forth between Snoop Dogg and Blacc Slam. The clip spread fast across social media, with fans shocked to see two powerful figures from the same circle facing off so publicly. That moment made one thing clear. Whatever quiet understanding once existed between them is officially gone. What used to be behind closed doors is now out in the open, and there's no going back. The tension has turned into a public standoff, and the entire culture is watching closely, wondering what Blacc Slam is going to do next. Now imagine being in Sam's position for a second. That kind of pain runs deep. It's the kind that changes a person forever. Your little brother, your partner, your family, taken away in the very neighborhood you both worked to uplift. The man who built businesses, preached ownership, pushed for unity, and tried to show young people a new path, gone, right in front of the store he built with love and vision. The heartbreaking irony of it all cuts straight through the soul. When you come from an environment where loyalty is everything, that kind of loss doesn't just fade away. In the streets, the old code still lingers. It's not about the courts or official justice. It's about balance and respect. It's about making sure people understand that actions have consequences and that no one can take down a king, especially not someone like Nipsey, and think there won't be a reckoning. You can bet that thought has crossed Blacc Sam's mind more than once, probably every single day since it all went down. The idea of taking matters into his own hands, of looking the people he believes are responsible straight in the eyes and demanding answers, has to be a constant battle inside him. That's the script the streets know too well, one that's been replayed over and over in Los Angeles history. And you don't have to look far to see how that story usually plays out. Remember all the old industry feuds, like the tension between Puff and Suge back in the day? That whole saga was fueled by pride, street loyalty, and people trying to handle things outside the system. The same pattern kept showing up with artists like The Game, whose career has been surrounded by street politics, from public confrontations to long-running disputes that left scars on the culture. Even in recent years, tragedies have continued to hit the scene. Like when Catchy the Great, a rising LA rapper, lost his life in a shooting that the streets said came from a long-standing feud. Another heartbreaking example of how this cycle of get back never seems to end. It's like every generation inherits the same code, and nobody ever really wins. So when someone pulls up on Blacc Slam and whispers, "You were in on it," that's not just disrespect. That's like throwing fuel on a fire that's already blazing. Sam's been walking a tightrope between his emotions and his growth, because yeah, he's a businessman now, a mogul who helped build a movement with his brother from the ground up.
But before the suits, the meetings, and the fame, he was a respected figure in the rolling 60s, someone who learned early how loyalty and consequences go hand in hand. If Blacc Sam makes a move, it could set off something massive, a war that might tear the city apart. It would put his loved ones right in the middle of the chaos and risk everything he and Nipsey worked so hard to build. The stores, the movement, the legacy. The media would jump on it instantly, turning it into headlines that could stain Nip's name forever, linking him not just to what took him away, but to the violence that followed after. But if Sam doesn't act, in the eyes of some of the old school heads, that silence could be seen as weakness, an open door for more disrespect, more whispers, and that painful sense of unfinished justice. That's the hell Sam's been living in, trapped between two worlds. On one side, he's got the streets, the old code, the people who still live by that unspoken law, saying things have to be handled. On the other, he's got his heart, his family, and the voice of his brother echoing in his mind, reminding him of everything Nip stood for. The pressure must be unreal, because Nipsey wasn't just about music, he was about transformation. He wanted to flip the pain into progress, turn struggle into power, and show young people that success doesn't have to come through violence. His whole mission was about breaking cycles, not repeating them. So now, if Sam lets anger lead the way, it could feel like he's betraying his brother's entire message, the dream of building wealth, peace, and a better life for the next generation. But that pain inside him, the pain of a big brother who watched his sibling's life cut short, is something no logic can calm. Nipsey didn't live and die just for the fame. He stood for something bigger. He believed in patience, in letting growth and time bring justice, instead of letting anger destroy everything he built. His dream was to turn the marathon clothing into a monument of progress, not a battlefield. What happens next isn't just about revenge, it's about legacy. Will Nipsey's story be remembered for how it ended, or for the vision he left behind? For Blacc Sam, keeping his brother's dream alive might be the most powerful response of all. Holding his head high, expanding the businesses, creating more opportunities for the community. That's the real victory. It's the hardest kind of get back, because it takes discipline, strength, and heart to turn rage into purpose. In the heart of Crenshaw, Sam's biggest battle isn't with anyone on the streets, it's within himself. Choosing peace in a world that expects war takes true courage. And if he can keep pushing forward, he'll prove that Nipsey's message of growth and empowerment is stronger than any pain or betrayal. Thanks for watching this deep dive. If you felt this story hit home, show some love by liking the video, dropping your thoughts in the comments, and subscribing so you don't miss what's coming next. And if you want to keep exploring powerful stories like this one, click one of the videos on your screen right now.